Hi, my name is Vladislav Kulikov and let's train Russian Sambo. On these tapes, we're going to look at leg locks, which is a business card of Sambo. This is something Sambo is very well known for. And we're going to look at a couple basic leg locks and then we'll jump right into intermediate and advanced leg locks. The first leg lock we're going to cover is called Achilles crush. And there is a few ways to get it. We can assume that we started with an open guard, or maybe I executed a double leg takedown and that's where we are, like this. Or maybe I was in a close guard of my partner and I opened it, whatever, I'm not going to teach you that. And here's leg lock. Here's your predicament, guys. You want to be like such. One knee in between my partner's legs. It's very crucial so he cannot close his guard. Try not to telegraph. Every time you grab your leg, your partner's leg like such, he knows what's going to happen and he's going to do everything to counter. Okay, so take your time. You have to move fast. However, don't make too much of a fuss about it. Okay, don't grab like this and start doing this because he knows you're going to go for leg lock. It should be very well and nicely timed. Everything should fall into place just the way it's supposed to be. So you're here like this, and you have options. You can pass the guard, like this way from the inside, like a knee pass. You can pass this way, and you can go for a variety of leg locks from here. And we're going to cover Achilles. Achilles is a squeezing submission. What you do, you apply pressure, you squeeze the Achilles tendon right here, and you apply pressure with the blade of your forearm. So, the technique itself. Once you're here, you want to start leaning back away from your partner. You want to create space. You want to create distance. And you start falling on your butt. Key number one. Don't fall straight on your butt like this. What's going to happen? Tim is going to latch onto me. And he's going to put himself on top of me. And I won't be able to do anything because I'm on my butt like this. Every time you fall on your hip. And if your leg lock goes sour, you can always hip out or shrimp out. That's your basic escaping device. Every time you're in a bad position, you always want to hip out. And once you're here and he latches on, I can hip out and do something else. As opposed to being stuck on my back, my hips are stuck and Tim is going to force himself on top. So, that's the key number one. Go on your hip, side of your hip. And the second thing you have to work and make it like a skill. You have to develop this skill. Is a grapevine. Okay? This leg has to loop around like a snake over this leg. So you here, you falling on your side, you like nudging him, you don't hit him. You nudge with your knee, and this leg comes over like this. Turn around. Like this, possibly inside. Just like such. Very often people, get sloppy and they fall for a leg lock like this. Right away, Tim is gonna grab my leg. Okay? And sometimes, while I have regular Achilles, he's gonna go for a heel hook, which is much more painful and more devastating. So you have to hide your legs. Okay? The simple way and the easiest way to put this leg behind his butt and just squeeze with your knees. It's crucial to have control of his knee by this crab pinch. It's good, and some people are good like that, but grapevine is much more superior control. So every time you want to go for that. You want to go for the grapevine. Once again, we're here. Try not to telegraph. You falling, you nudging with this knee, and right away you grapevine. Help yourself. Hide. Poorly executed leg lock is a 50 territory can go against you and you'll be there playing footsies. Okay? There you are, like this. Always squeeze his knee. You want to control the low. You don't care about upper body. You want to control this quarter, okay? From knee, shin, and down to ankle. That's what you want to control, like this. Or another setup, as you fall down, you can stretch him like this, adjust your hips, and then hide. So that's another one, just as good. You can have your leg like this. You can have your leg like this. Sometimes you grapevine to opposite side, like this, which is okay too. Just be careful, beware of a counter leg lock, okay? But you are proactive, you're not reactive. So usually, before he encounter you, because of your grapevine, you'll tap him faster than he can counter you. Okay, that's our entering. Here, 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 like this. Now, the crush itself. What you want to do? I'm going to let go of my grapevine. I'm just going to talk about mechanics of the crush. Once again, as I said, you want to put this part of your forearm underneath his tendon. Not too high. If you squeeze calf, he's not going to feel it. Okay? There are calf crushes, but they are not down like that. Always slide. You want to lock your grip from down up, like this, and you want to pinch your elbow to your rib cage, like this. The tighter you are, the quicker the pain is going to set in. The looser you are, the more chances to escape you give him. Just like this, okay? And then you want to start leaning back, extending his toes, and jamming your forearm in his tendon, like this. Okay, guys? And remember, sometimes what you do, you just lean back, and your back is almost touching the mat, and he's still not tapping. The crucial point is a hip thrust. You have to do this pelvic motion, just like this. So sometimes you're here, and you're doing it wrong. All you have to do is just pop your hips up, and that will immediately make the pain set in. Some people teach to grab like this in a figure 4 device. It's a very tight device. I guess you can go with it. But what happens? Your blade rotates now. You don't do the knife anymore. You do the flat part. Okay? And it hurts because it's still bone. But if you turn your blade, it's going to kick in much faster. Like, watch guys. I'm applying the same pressure. Okay? Figure 4 device. And now all I have to do, I'm going to just put my thumb up on my right hand. And it's the same pressure. I didn't change the pressure, but it kicked in, you see? So therefore, your hold is either grabbing your kurtka like this, or like this, using your kurtka as a third arm, or you make a fist to tighten up the ligaments and reinforce like such, like a guillotine choke. Okay? Guys, watch at this submission from this angle. Look, note the extension of the toes. Basic defense against Achilles crush is extremely simple, but must be nicely timed. Okay, guys? If my leg is grapevine, like this, that's it. You can basically cannot do anything unless you're some kind of super freak and you can tolerate immense amount of pain. Straight leg locks are very good. I know lots of people like heel hooks, but I still do love straight leg locks. So as I'm grapevine, he wants to block my leg like this, okay, from grapevine. He wants to pull his toes in. It's very important, which is flexes your Achilles tendon, okay? I want to extend his toes and make it weak, and he wants to pull them in, and he wants to push the leg through. Therefore, his Achilles tendon is past the point of squeezing, and he can stay there forever, okay? I can't really do any legitimate leg locks here. I have to mess around and switch. And meanwhile, he wants to re-grab me and switch the position or switch into his own leg lock, like a heel hook or whatnot. Whatever. That's your defense. Pull toes towards you and push the leg through. Again. Right there. So, once again, arm in an open guard, pick up the leg, fall on the hip, grapevine, apply. Now we're going to look at the infamous heel hook. Just remember, guys, that in Jiu-Jitsu and in sports sambo, this technique is illegal because it's very dangerous. You can do it in nose barred and in grappling tournaments, shoot fighting or whatnot. And always remember, that's a very dangerous technique. Not because it breaks ankle, the pain might travel into your knee as well. So always apply with gradual force. Sometimes when you have to, change it to concession hold. If the guy is stubborn, doesn't want to tap, let go and go into something else. We're going to start with the same position, like this. Open guard, knee here. Don't telegraph, don't try to grab. That's the beauty of the heel hook. You can pick it up, the actual hold, at the very last phase of your fall. So once again, you're going to start falling on your side, grapevine in your leg, and now you have your heel exposed like this. You want to pick it up. Thumb is up, pick this up, control the knee. Really excellent heel hook will only mess up your ankle. But if you don't have tight control on the knee, it might travel in the knee as well. So if I squeeze though, that's where the pain will stop. Start and stop right here. I'm gonna loop it like this, pick it up, and twist heel up. Okay guys, I have Tim's toes in my armpit, therefore they cannot get any higher, and I use his heel as a handle. Thus I'm creating this twisting motion. That's what gives me the leverage. And gently I lift it up. Watch this angle, guys. I'm here, I'm sitting on my hip, grapevining, superior knee control, squeeze like a crab pinch. Pick up the heel and apply. A little detail, guys. Sometimes, once you start applying pressure this way, it's kind of natural that your whole body leans this way. You generate force going, clockwise or whatever, counterclockwise, and whole body leans. No, that's a mistake. Not a rude mistake, but a little technical mistake. What you want to do, only your arms applying the motion, but your body wants to swing back like this. And I will explain why when I explain how to escape this submission. Okay? So your arms are wrenching his heel up, and your body leans back like this. There are a couple ways to counter, or rather defend, a heel hook. Let's look at a couple ways. The first one, if I'm here, remember I told you in the beginning, you always want to create space. Every time Tim can touch me, means that he usually can do something to counter the heel hook. So the first thing would be, if I didn't lean back, I didn't create enough space, Tim is going to grab this hand, the executing hand, peel it off. Just like this. And now, he's out of danger somewhat. Yeah, he's going to start rotating his hips, hipping out, straightening out, and escaping. There we go. And maybe even do leg lock of his own. So that's the first one. Second one is very solid and awesome defense. I always use that, and lots of people use it. It's a very good one. You just go with the flow. Okay? The heel hook goes this way. So what Tim is going to do, this leg of his is strapped for now, okay, and this one is getting tapped. So instead of fighting and grabbing me when he can't, he has to go with the flow just for a second to alleviate pressure immediately. Okay, so he rolls. Once he rolls, you see his leg became free, his spare leg, and he's going to kick me in the butt and limp leg out. Super effective defense, especially if you have no shoes. Once again, let's do it this way. I'm applying heel hook. Never fight it. Never go, if you fight it, you're going to get your leg broken. Okay? He's going to go with the flow instantly. Guys, reaction and timing is crucial. Sometimes what happens in a fight, you just freeze for a second and panic or whatever. It happens to the best of us. You have to react just like that. So once I start applying heel hook before the pain sets in, team is gonna roll, make that leg free, kick me, limp leg out. Sometimes the guy is very good, very flexible with good hips, but you still can tap him after failed heel hook as long as you have good control. Okay, try to stop him from rolling as soon as possible. So once you're here and team starts to roll, you don't go with him, otherwise he's going to kick you. You let him rotate, let go, so you ending up like this, just like such. And what you want to do, guys, is team go on your belly for a second. What you want to do, you want to apply a foot bar. And the way it's executed, it's very simple. Hook your arm, get your bicep under his toes, under his instep. Grab his heel with both hands and just wrench it like this. Extremely painful. Keep his foot in your bicep like this, cup his heel, and apply this kind of motion. Next technique is a basic standard knee bar. I know you probably know it, but maybe I'll bring a couple details that will help you, and then we'll cover more sophisticated versions of knee bar. So once again, we're going to start with an open guard like this. You want to grab his belt knot or his chest, it doesn't matter what. Try to immobilize his body somewhat. Okay? You want to have one leg in between, if possible. Okay? And then you can scoop his leg like this. Okay, if you don't control this leg, you're going to get triangle choke, right? Everybody knows triangle. Team is going to pull me in. Apply the triangle stranglehold. So when I have my leg here, he will not be able to triangle choke me. Once I'm ready, I'll go for my move. This is a very good position because you can pass the guard, go into hold down. You can do a variety of leg locks and variety of passes. You don't have to do necessarily knee bar, so you can fake, you can move from one thing to another. But, going back to knee bar, what you want to do, you want to post yourself on this leg, you want to put it on its foot, so you have more mobility, so you can spin around. And once you're ready, you want to lean forward, try to apply weight on your partner, and once you're ready, step over with your right leg over here, and sit on your opponent. Sit on your opponent, and then you can slide down on your side, like this. After you slide it, guys, make sure that his leg is lined up perfectly. His knee, like in your belt knot, his toes are in your face. If you like this, that's not a proper knee bar. You over-rotate it, you're gonna have to adjust. Or if you're here, once again, you have to rotate a little bit more, this way. You squeeze his thigh, cross your feet, squeeze your thigh, his thigh, like this. It's very crucial. And what you do, you lean forward, don't pull it like this. Don't pull with your hands, because Timmy might sit up again and peel my hand off. Okay, you want to give it a bear hug. Put it on your shoulder and arch your hips and pull back. So, you're in this position, like this, covering his leg, not to be triangle. This one here, you have a variety of options, whatever you want to do. Post yourself on this leg, and when you're ready, pin, step over, drop, fall to the side, cross legs, squeeze, lean forward, bear hug, apply the knee bar. Guys, just control his leg by squeezing. Execute this kind of motion, the thrusting motion. If you wear a cup, it's going to help, of course. And hug it. Sometimes what you can do to add extra pain, you can put the blade right here, put it against your chest, and now you're going to do knee bar and inverted Achilles simultaneously. There are a couple ways to escape the knee bar. The first one, when I just start doing knee bar, it's very much depends on timing. What Tim is going to do, if I apply the knee bar on this leg, he's going to hip out that side, hip out, and pull his leg out and push my body away from him. Okay, so that's how it's going to look. I'm here, as I'm stepping, in transition. All submissions are best countered while attacker is in transition. As I'm here, Tim is going to hip out, push me away, and limp leg. Again. I attack before I latch down to a knee bar. He's going to hip out, limp leg, push me. Another defense is when he actually did latch on to a knee bar, and there is still a way to escape. Of course, don't get there, but here it is. Timmy is in a proper knee bar. It's ungrateful business, guys, to teach you how to get out of here, because you deserve to be tapped. Everybody deserves to be tapped once you're here. But nevertheless, the first thing you want to do, you want to push your leg through as much as you can. You want to get it a little bit out of alignment. So if my knee cap is here, I'm gonna get tapped instantly. So therefore, I want to grab him, push my leg a little bit more, so I can get another couple inches out of hyperextension. I can still be tapped, but I get that much more space. So I'm here, and I achieve two goals. I'm not gonna get tapped quick, and I just close my distance. So what I'm gonna do, I want to sit up and grab his arm like this. Try to peel it off. Maybe you won't be able to, but at least you will alleviate some pressure. Next thing you want to do, your free leg, your spare leg, you want to try to figure four, this over this. In the beginning, it's going to look very silly. You're going to be barely touching your toes like this, okay? But you're going to work it patiently, patiently, patiently. Flex this leg, flex your hamstring. You want to pull it back and work it, work it. Once you have Caesar, you're good, okay? Be sure that you're whizzing his arm and pulling it off, eliminating, the pressure. And you want to work, you still hang on, Tim. Even if he still hangs on, I want to work towards figure four. Once I figured forward my legs, he will never tap me. Well, he can tap me, but now I'm good. Next thing I want to do, I don't want to be settling just for a simple escape. I want to improve my position. Next thing I want to do, I want to get on this knee, on the knee of the leg that is getting tapped. Once I get on my knee, put it on the mat, there's going to be friction between mat and my knee. It's going to make it even more harder for Tim to knee bar me, like this, like such. If he's smart, he's going to let go and move to something else, because now he's in a compromising position. But if he's still trying to muscle it, what I'm going to do, I'm good. I won't be tapped anymore. I'm going to take this hand, I'm going to reach it across his face, so-called cross face, and as I'm wrenching his spine out of alignment, I'm going to extend my leg like I'm sprawling, like this, and I'm good now. Then I'm going to follow up with a mount or some kind of top control. Guys, once you understand the basics and mechanics of submission, you can do your own follow-ups, okay? As long as you know that, knee is not supposed to be bending backwards, you know what knee bar is. You can do it conventional, like we did, like this, or you can do it with your legs. And there's a whole chapter on knee bar with your legs. And we'll start the one when you apply knee bar with your legs from half guard position. So this is our half guard position, like this, okay? Tim is going to be here, and I'm going to do it with my legs. If he controls me and if I don't move, I won't be able to do it. I have to make a little adjustment. Okay, so I time it, when he tried to pass and when he's a little bit, away from me. I'm going to take this hand, my right hand in this case, and shove it under his crotch like this. And what I want to do, I want to pump him up a little bit higher, another maybe half foot high over my head, like this. I want to put my crotch under his knee, like this. Okay, so once again, it's very explosive motion. So you hear this one maybe working on the hook, you want to hip out, you want to get good position. You don't want to be smothered by him, so you're moving. Get this one and just throw him high over your head, your crotch under his knee. that's where you're ending up. Now let's rotate a little bit. Here you are, like this. And now what you do, you see your one leg is already there because you're in half guard. You're going to reinforce it with either with scissors or figure four, it doesn't matter, or just simply two legs on his ankle, it don't matter. Pull him towards you, you know, you should be like hugging his bottom part very close to you. Grab his belt, underhook, and push him towards you. It's very important to control his hips, because if his hips are loose, he's going to wiggle his leg and get it out of rotation. Yeah, yes. So you control his midsection, you squeezing him with your legs, and you arching your hips. And that's your knee bar. Hyperextension via hip thrust. Okay guys, watch from this angle. I'm going to have underhook or maybe grabbing his belt. It's going to help me to pull him up. So I'm kind of diving under, putting his arm here, throwing him over my head like this. Push him in, dissect, you know, like flex, flex. Squeeze your knees and watch. I'm going to reinforce, one leg is good, two legs are better. And I'm arching my hips. Let's review with a different maybe outlook. That position happens very often in Jiu-Jitsu and submission grappling, and we have a variety of chokes from there and sweeps, you know, the Brazilian way. So hopefully that would be a little different outlook. Okay, leg locks is a Sambo thing. You're in a half guard. Don't try to, you know, try not to be crushed. Always hip out, always hip out. Scoop under, push. Squeeze the leg. If he wiggles, you won't be able to do that. So squeeze, push him into you, reinforce with the second leg, arch hips applied. Next submission is called a calf crush. We're going to start from here. Open guard, I'm standing up. Also very common position in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or whatnot. So you here, what you want to do, you want to step over so the leg pattern is alternated. Mine, his, just like this. You want to lean and put your hand like this, thumb up. Okay, thumb up. Your butt sits on his instep. If you want, you can post yourself on this one. And now my goal is to close the gap between his heel and his butt. Like this. So the more his leg is extended, less pain he's going to experience. The more it is close to his butt, you know, the more painful it's going to be. So once I'm here, I'm going to sit my instep, push myself, and just slide in. Like this. Hop in. Hop in. Once I'm here, I'm going to throw both legs over. Like this and like this. I know, guys, what you're thinking. You might be thinking that he'll go for his own leg lock. But you are active and you're in good position. So hopefully you'll tap him before he taps you. Or another way to secure it more, you can figure four and get this leg like away from him, like this. And the third way is when you sit and you put your cross feet in his chest. Now they're not in either armpit, this way or this way, they're in his chest. And if you flex them, it's going to be hard for him to get you. So, once you took care of your defense, here's the move. You want to lean back and start the car once again. Kind of like bicep crush, but on the calf. And your blade is going to eat into his calf, and it's very painful. Here, guys, watch how the arm works. You don't shove it like this, because you won't be able to close the gap between this and this part. Okay, you want to put it like this, nice and cushy. And after you close the gap, like such, you lean back and you start twisting your hand like this. And you pull with your other hand. Hence, creating a calf crush. Another knee bar. You start from standing position and via takedown, you take him down and apply the knee bar on the ground. So-called infamous rolling knee bar. That technique could be done as a follow-up to some kind of forward-going throw, some kind of hip throw, or that could be done as a single move by itself. So let's look at it. I'm going to be like this. I'm going to step in between his legs, step out with the other leg to the outside. Once again, we have staggered leg pattern. He's mine, like such. Like this. Bend, apply pressure on his neck with a headlock because you want him to roll. Okay? Once you're here, you want to lean forward, grab him behind the heel, and roll between your partner's legs. Like this. Once you're here, you might let go of his head. You don't need it anymore. Squeeze your knees, cross your feet, apply the knee bar. Once again, enter, staggered leg pattern, roll, control leg, arch your hips up. Note, once again, very important, I will not be tired of saying it over and over. Squeeze your legs, never loose. Squeeze your legs, lean towards the leg, give it a bear hug, squeeze, arch. This technique is very unique and devastating. I can swear by this technique because I use it quite a few times. It's called a hip bar. Okay guys, you start like this with a regular, Achilles, and sometimes, you just can't get a grip. Like he tries to extend his leg and you can't get a good hold on his Achilles. So what you do instead, as long as you have this grapevine, you're going to sit up, straight up like this, thus bending his leg. You see, his leg bends more. And your body's strong to do that. Like this, you want to extend this, the grapevine leg, reach over, grab his knee with both hands. And as you pull it towards you, you're going to extend this leg. This leg is bent, and you want to extend it. It creates immense pressure on your pelvic. Sometimes it goes in this knee, because knee is not supposed to be bent like this and like this. Some people who are flexible will tolerate that, but the pelvic pressure is just simply immense. So you grab like this, you drag it towards you, and you extend your leg. Once again, unique sambo lock, and sometimes people ask and wonder, what sambo is famous for, and I always tell them leg locks, and they ask me how come. And there is very simple combative tactical explanation. There's very simple warfare philosophy behind it. If you break your adversary's leg, he can't fight, number one, and number two, he has to be assisted by one or two of his comrades. Therefore, you're taking 3 people out of the combat. That's the war games mentality, okay? That's why the leg locks. So, back to the hip bar. You grapevine, you sneak your leg under. You can do heel hooks, you can do Achilles. Somehow, you can. Might happen. Sit up and punish him for that. Grab this leg, extend yours, and pull towards you. Okay guys, the pain is here in the knee. Some people can tolerate that because of their flexibility, but the most severe pain goes in the hip joint, in your pelvic area right here. Very unique submission. Another follow-up. You don't have to get so perverted and so sadistic, but just to know, it's always good to know There's another submission from this position. It's a hip and waist lock. What you want to do, you want to lean back and you want to grab your partner right here. And just like you climbing a rope, you want to climb up to his neck. You make him more and more and more bend until he cannot bend anymore. And you pull him towards you. You see the pressure kicks in his hips, his knee, and his spine, lower spine. And you once again extend this leg as you pull him towards you, like this. Once again from this angle, I have the grapevine, I have position sitting on my butt, lean back, grab him, wherever you can. If it's here, it's here. If it's there, it's good. And climb as much and as far as you can, little by little. Usually, by the neck is good. Pull him in, you see the pressure, how he bends, and extend your left leg in this case. In this position, let's imagine you did not secure your regular Achilles crutch and Tim pushed it through. Yes, and you can't do it. So what you do, readjust, turn around, grab his toe, and bend his leg like this. Once you're here, reach under, grab yourself, and what we have is a toe hold or figure 4 foot lock. Notice how I grab the foot. I grab his foot, pinky to pinky, my pinky to his toe pinky. That's why it's called toe hold, because you're grabbing the toes. You don't twist the toes, you're just grabbing them. Reach under, grab your own hand. You see like a key lock or figure 4. And now my forearm comes up, and I want to roll my wrist into him and push it down like such. This next one is done from open guard position, like this. You want to post your leg, either leg, like such. Once you post, you see you kind of elevate his leg right away. And once I know where his knee and his thigh is, I know with his toes. I can reach his toes without looking. You don't have to telegraph. Because once you go like this, he knows what you're going to do. So you're here, you can grab his foot. It still could be a guard pass, it's still not telegraphed. And then once you're ready, you want to bring toes down. It's very important. Pain is already settling in. And then you want to reach and grab him like this. Try to crush him, because natural reaction for Tim would be to roll on his belly, which is normal, okay? But if he creates too much momentum, he'll roll out like a crocodile, like a croc roll, gator roll. So try to pinch him, try to stop him right there. So you're here, posted yourself, down, turn towards, under, grab yourself, and try to stop him from rotating. If he does rotate, just maintain the hold. Try to step over this leg like such, guys. And make sure that you put his knee on your thigh. Now he can't roll anymore. There's no mat to support him. So I'm sitting on this leg, immobilizing it. And once again, if possible, you want to sit like this. Cross your feet, leg is here, and you're here. And you tap. Once more, in details. Post yourself. Don't telegraph. Grab his toes. Once you're ready, turn around, reach under, and try to lean forward. Like, throw your weight for counterbalance this way. Because if you're straight or leaning back, you're giving him tools to escape. So try to crush him and go this way. And I guess you have to be brutal and snappy, stop his roll. It's a tricky thing. If you're too gradual and nice, you give him a chance to escape. And if you're snappy, you don't really want to hurt him. It's just, he's just a human being. He's just your opponent. But if he rolls, maintain the hold, step over, sit on his leg, rest his knee on your lap, on your thighs, and apply the toe. Notice how I have control of the leg, knee on my thigh, very close control, lean into him, apply figure 4. Foot bar. Very similar leg lock, but open guard again. But now instead of being inside, I'm going to apply it from the outside. Open guard, common situation, guy wants to push you and maybe get up. If I resist, he's gonna push me. Legs are strong. He's got mat, he's got ground underneath him, he's got superior leverage. So what I do, apply all the classical devices of self-defense, go with the flow, rotate, his leg is extended. That's exactly what I want. Once again, just like this. Let him extend it. Very quickly, I want to snatch it. This hand, almost like doing uppercut, very quickly comes under, grabs my own hand, and I want to crush on top of him. If I apply a submission standing, 100% team is going to roll through and kick out. That's the crucial part. Right away, you want to dump your weight on top of him. Here, 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 dump your weight and try to pull his knee in your armpit like this. And now you want to take this foot away from him in this direction. Here you apply and you move that leg. I'm holding the foot with my right hand, pinky to pinky. Left comes under, uppercut like motion. Grab the top of my forearm and apply the pressure like this. Apply leverage and move it a little bit away from him. Watch again, he pushes, let him go, grab here, uppercut, put your knee on his gut, pin him, bring this leg down, apply. Now we're going to cover backspin knee bar, like this. Usually, normal progression for the knee bar, in this position is going to be this one. Step over, and I'll assume that you know it. It's very similar to inside the guard, okay? Stepping over this way. We're going to end up in the very same position with the very same leg. Everything is exactly the same, but instead of stepping clockwise in this case, I'm going to backspin, okay? So I'm here, I can, fake him by like applying choke or trying to pass or whatever. Get his mind away from his lower body, okay? Let's say choke. Yeah, like this, forearm pressure. And once both hands are here trying to peel me off, I'm going to pop like a jack from a box and spin back this way, real quick. Very deceiving, very good fake motion. Once again here, and I pop. Once I'm here, grab that foot, apply conventional knee bar. Once again, backspin knee bar from a half guard. Instead of rotating the regular way, we'll backspin. Disturb him, take his mind away from lower body. Once you're ready, back step like this, pick up the knee, apply conventional knee bar. Remember, squeeze your knees, put your heels in his behind, bear hug, not like this, arch your hips. What we're going to do is a little take on the knee bar. Our conventional and most preferable way of doing knee bar is both legs over, okay, and you have superior control. But sometimes you lose speed and mobility on a step over, okay? And what you're going to do, you're going to keep your leg right here, like such, okay? And we're going to apply a knee bar like this. So, now you lose a little bit of control, but you still can make it up by squeezing your knees. As long as you have this skill of squeezing, it is a skill, guys, it's a legitimate skill, the crab pinch. As long as you have that, you can still tap him. But because you don't step over and don't bring this leg over, don't play footsie with yourself, you gain a great deal of speed, okay, like this. And here's how it's done, one of these knee bars. We're gonna start with an open guard, like such. Very common situation. I've seen it so many times in Naga. He's a good grappler, good jiu-jitsu guy, I'm a good wrestler, and he kind of invites me in the guard, and I'm jumping like an ape trying to pass it. And it's impossible with the good guy. They spend so much time training from their backs, training guard position. It's gonna be hard, okay? So here's the knee bar. Here's what you wanna do. You wanna switch your levels a little bit. You wanna get your hands like this, L-shaped, and put it in his knee nudge. And you wanna start running him over, like this. If he continues running over, that's good. You're gonna take his back. So team, just for the sake, go over. Hope you're here, and you're good to go. But what he's gonna do, once he feels I'm forcing him into this position, he'd wanna come down. Just like this. And therefore, I'm gonna use timing as my major device, and I'm gonna apply my knee bar. So watch guys, nice and slow. I'm here, I'm gonna run him up. As soon as I feel this reaction, I'm gonna penetrate with my knee, spin, and everything else is the same. Nice tuggy, arch your hips, and knee bar. Once again, open guard, I'm gonna stand in position, get my hands behind his knees, move him up, get the desired reaction as he goes, your knee comes through, and you rotate and fall and knee lock him. In this position, this kind of guard, so-called butterfly guard, most preferable thing, of course, would be to sweep him. You have a good, leverage for a sweep. But we are going to go into leg lock. You here, make sure your head is below his. If his head is below mine, he's gonna just pummel through me and flatten me out. Start working on me, passing guard or leg locking him. So get here, like this. What you want to do, you want to lean back and kick him up. Like this. As you do that, guys, it's once again, it's a very complex motion because you have all body parts have to work simultaneously. As you do that, you want to kick your leg through, like this. Okay? You want to rotate towards this leg, like such, and you want to grapevine this, like this. And you can finish with the Achilles or heel hook, your choice. This kind of position on the mat, your insteps inside your partner's thigh, and you control him, either bear hug or belt, an arm or two arms or what have you, like this. And guys, watch without my partner what you do, because it's complex. You lifting him, you kicking him up, like this, very high. And as you do that, these legs come through as your body rotates. It's very important. So push him up and spin like this. You have to get perpendicular to your partner. And like this, and you're going to end up in conventional grapevine leg lock, Achilles or heel hook. So once again, you're here, like this. Okay, this angle. Next technique is a rolling toe hold from a half guard. Team has me in a half guard, I'm going to attack this leg. If you want to distract him, of course, and then pop, whatever your setup is, let's look at the technique by definition. Grab, his foot like this, pinky to pinky, remember? And start rolling over this hand inside. You see this triangle? That's where your head goes, like this. Right here. And you do toe hold. If you want to separate him, that's fine. Apply toe hold. This leg is trapped by my leg. If it's not trapped, in a toe hold, guys, it's crucial to have leg control. If I don't have, he's gonna like, you know, either kick me or roll out or something. He's gonna do something to escape. It's very simple, because I have to control him a little bit over his knee in order to apply the toe hold. So if he's here, he can put his foot in my hands and kick, or he can just roll through and I won't be able to hold him. So that's my device to hold on to his legs. I'm in a half guard. Grab his foot like this, start rolling. As I roll, simultaneously I'm latching onto my own hand. So once I hit the mat with my back, he should be tapping already, okay? So I'm setting up on a roll, on a go. With my right hand, I'm grabbing pinky to pinky, left loops over, under, and this leg, my right leg controls his other leg, like this. This is very tight half guard on team's behalf. And instead of passing and scoring points, I'm going to go for the kill, okay? Grab, roll through. Little, unique and unorthodox leg lock from a scarf hold. Once I'm here, of course, I'm going to pin the guy. Scarf hold like this, hug his head. You should be able to put your hand on your thigh. You don't have to, just, a little mnemonic device. Spread your legs. You can stay close to him, or you can apply a little chest compression, either way, like such. Control the arm. Never grab the head only, always control the arm. And I'm going to do the knee knot. Knee knot is a twist and submission on the joint of the knee. Not the knee bar when you hyperextend it, but bend. Twist in motion like this. So once I'm here, sometimes the guy on the bottom will try to escape. If your scarf hold is solid, he won't be able to. And what's going to happen, he's going to just be buckling like a fish out of water. Just try to buck me over, and back like this. You see what happened once again? And back, just like that. In order to buck me over, he has to bend this leg, and then he tries to throw me over, and if it's unsuccessful, he goes back. And me, I have to time my comeback, okay? As I roll back, I have to time, and I go for my knee knot. So, nice and slow. He bucks me, I come back. As I come back, I'm going to let go of his sleeve, dive like this, and scoop his leg, just like such. Remember, guys, when you dive, don't dive with your palm out, because you're going to get arm lock right there, tap. Okay? When you dive knuckles this way. Now you can be arm locked. But once you pass the point of being arm barred, turn and grab. And now what you do, I'm going to extend my leg so you can see. I'm going to twist his body. It's not just leg, it's also a little spine, submission too. Mostly you feel it in your leg, but it's always a benefit to get him hurt somewhere else. So I'm going to use the headlock to bend his neck and his spine, and his heel goes towards his head. Like this. So, from the scarf hold. Timing is very good, guys. It's important. Sometimes if you try to reach him like that, you lack in momentum and you're telegraphing yourself. He's going to extend this leg, and you just fail. Of course, you're still in a good position. But if you time it, he escapes, tries to escape, he comes back, and you time it like this. You dive, you grab it. I extend my legs. You want to drive into him, to create chest compression, but for demonstration's sake, so you can see. head this way, heel this way, simultaneously. Notice how I have his head. Headlock, grab the epaulette maybe, you know, a little extra hand, third hand. Squeeze like this. And opposite. On the subject of knee knots and twisting leg locks and such, here's another one. Sometimes you end up in this kind of hold down, reverse scarf hold like such. Okay, be sure you're kind of hugging his hips. Be sure you're not leaning back because you're going to be maybe not choked but peeled off, okay, by your neck. Always dug it in, okay? So only top of your head exposed, not to give him any handles. Okay, you want to lift his legs and you want to hook this one like this. Extend this one for just like such. Okay? So you're under him and you wanna, if you wanna help yourself, that's fine. You can help yourself. Sometimes he won't let you hook with this one. So help yourself with this leg. One, feed his leg with the opposite one into the hook. Just like such. Okay? You here. You in reverse scarf hold, hugging the leg. Bring this one in, lean over, grab it like this. And you have knee knot, once again, same principle, twisting knee submission, like such. Once again, guys, pay attention from this angle. Separate, split, feed one into another if you have to. Reach, hook like this. I'm controlling his body by controlling both of his legs. Controlling this one, reaching, palm in, diving in, and grabbing. You don't have to be strong to do that. Once you're here, it's, you know, it's a green light straight for you. So here, use this leverage, lift him up, drive his heel towards his head. Twist his knee. In this position, guys, close guard. Very often, person gets up to pass it, just like, yes, just like this. Once you feel it, once you feel he's gonna pass, you know, you feel the pressure and stuff, open up, underhook. And now you're gonna roll on the shoulder. If I underhook with my right hand, I'm gonna roll with my right hand. As I do that, the right knee is gonna slide into his crotch, like this. I'm gonna take him down. Apply the knee bar. Watch again, common position, close guard, team gets up to pass, or leg lock me. As soon as once you start feeling pressure, you have to be more active, don't wait, because he's gonna pass or leg lock you. Open up, dive under, underhook. Rotate on your shoulder like you're doing a Granby roll. Shove this knee in his crotch, this one behind his butt, take him down. Apply knee bar. Sometimes, not very often, but sometimes you do end up in this kind of position, belly to back. That's a freestyle in Greco-Roman paradise, okay? Of course you can throw him if you want, you know, if you want to score points. Sometimes though, you know, you try to throw him and he like grapevines you, grapevine, you're like, yes, and impossible. So he stands there. And what you can do a drop spin leg lock. You have to be sure that your legs are in staggered pattern once again. He's yours, like this. And what you want to do, you want to step deep in between, like this. Step deep in between, start falling. As you fall, your body rotates around his leg, hugging him. Okay? And as you do that, your leg grapevines him, like this. You fall, this leg grapevines, you take him down, and apply inverted heel hook. Technique is based on an element of surprise, because usually people expect throwing techniques from here, and you go with completely opposite. You go with submission on the lower body. Once again here, step in between, nice and deep, fall, rotate, grape on your leg, buckle his knee, take him down. You end up in this position. Use his heel as a handle for inverted heel hook. Squeeze your knees, draw your legs over here, apply. That's the most devastating. Inverted heel hooks are the most painful. ACL. It goes not in your ankle actually, it goes in your knee. Here I am, squeezing him, remembering about my own defense, applying inverted heel hook. Although, even if you're sloppy, that pain kicks in instantly. It will not leave him with many options to counter me. He might try, but just slightest twist of the heel is going to make him tap. ACL. I have his back standing, and unorthodox technique, not a suplex. Alright guys, this technique is double knee knot, wishbone as I call it. Let's talk about the predicament we have to find ourselves. So, there is a guard sweep, right? If Tim gets up, it's a typical standard Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu sweep. He gets up, I'm gonna move over, grab his ankles, unlock, put my knees in his chest, and as I extend, he falls back. The trick for this technique right away, or not right away, as you apply it, you have to hip out like this to land on his side, and then you hop through and get good position. Common mistake people do, and they end up like such. Okay, they don't hip out, they end up like such, and now it's either's man's game. Okay, and that's what we're going to cover. So I'm going to be inside Tim's guard. I'm going to stand up. He's going to grab me by the ankles. Like this. Unlock his guard. Put his knees in my chest. He has him right away. You see, in order for him to complete it successfully, he has to go like this on his side. So I can't get up. But let's say he made a mistake. He ended up like this. So now I can do stuff. He can do stuff. Look what you do. Instantly, once you feel it going backwards, snag these legs, cross over, and start squeezing. Don't put your legs like this or like this to either of his arms, so you don't get leg locked. Keep it in the middle, keep it on his chest, squeeze, lean back, grab his feet on the inside, and push him out. And squeeze your knees, very important. It's a very painful knee knot. Alright guys, you can find yourself in this predicament, either from a guard sweep or somehow you ended up here. His legs are inside and to the outside, and you are like this, you see? Like such. Right away, don't waste any time. Drop your feet in the middle, very important, not to either side. Otherwise he's going to pick up a heel hook, or God forbid, yes, inverted heel hook right here. That's nasty, okay? So play. Anytime he tries to advance, you mess with him. Cross your feet, flex them, Squeeze your knees. Now you got him. There's really nowhere to go. He feels pressure kicking in right now. So his knees are immobilized, so are his hips. And I'm using his ankles for handles to rotate his knee joint around the way it's not supposed to be rotated. From this angle, guys, I'm in Tim's guard. I want to pass it, starting with a stand up, and let's say I started standing up. My posture was back. He was able to capitalize. He swept me, and he made a mistake. So before he even starts playing with your legs, and if he does start playing with your legs, you're not in great danger because he doesn't have any grapevines. Okay, he does have a foot, but I can yank it out. There is no really, grapevine, no control of the leg. Throw him over, squeeze, put your heels in the center, spread. And mind you, guys, if you have him here, you can go for conventional leg lock or conventional heel hook. It's just something extra. Watch again, guys. I'm a regular, Sambo guy who doesn't know too much about guard passing, and I just do stuff instinctually. So I feel I want to stand up and follow my way through. But this guy knows how to sweep me, okay? He grabs, he starts sweeping me. As soon as he lands, bring legs over, heels in the middle, squeeze, grab his toes from the inside, his insteps, like this, like this, like this. Let's look how we can apply leg locks in a self-defense situation. The first attack is going to be front push kick, very common attack. People that are not good kickers but want to hurt you very well might throw this kind of kick, like a pushing a door open. As Tim throws the kick, the main part is what? Footwork. It's not a block, it's get out of the way. Ma'am gets out of the way to the side, just like this. That's the first. Second thing, she's gonna execute deflecting block with her right hand and instantly scoop that kicking leg. Note how closely she ends up. If she's far away, that's not good. Tim will be able to punch her. She wants to be close to him and maybe duck her hand. Any punches he can do, like rabbit punches, not carrying any power. Now what she's gonna do, she's gonna execute hip thrust in motion and sweep with her leg. Slam him down, preferably head first, step over with her left leg. And instead of securing conventional sports style knee bar, she's gonna snap it in a very harsh motion. She's gonna drop her pelvis down and just yank that heel up. Boom! And then she's gonna separate and donkey kick him right there. Another defense against kick. It could be roundhouse kick or just like, somebody wants to hit you like a soccer ball. It comes on a 45-degree angle. Either one of those kicks. There we go. Tim is going to kick, presumably with his right. The first line of defense for Ma'am is what? Footwork. If she tries to block, she might get hurt. She's not a Shaolin monk, okay? We'll assume that she's, intermediate level and not so, toughly conditioned. So what she has to do, she has to step to her right, not to get the full extension of the kick. And as she steps, she wants to snatch that leg. Tim kicks, Ma'am steps, grabs it like that. Once she's here, she's gonna fall on her butt, kick his supporting leg out, break his knee, step over, and apply heel hook. Once again, Tim kicks, Ma'am steps to the outside, snatches the leg, slides towards his Achilles tendon, sits back, kicks out the supporting leg, grapevines another, and applying leg lock. Yet another common attack. Guy grabs like that and wants to pull her in. He assumes the control of her body, wants to pull her in a car, in a van, in the bushes, what have you. So that's what we're going to do, another leg lock. Ma'am is going to switch a little bit, shift her body. She's going to execute reverse elbow strike. Boom, like that. Then she's going to loop her right arm over, put him in a headlock, and she's going to roll with a rolling knee bar. Once again, in this case, it's kind of beneficial if Tim grabs her. She wants this close body contact. She wants to shift her body a little bit, expose his head, hit him with an elbow, loop his head. And you see, he's nice and close. She's going to go for a knee bar. Remember, guys, there is no tapping in the street. She's going to break his leg. She's going to snap it. Just like that. You just viewed the tape on Russian leg locks, and there is more to come in our next tapes on combinations and follow-ups and progressions. We just touched the basic of the basics and maybe a little bit beyond, but there is still more to go. I would like to thank my wife for supporting me and my daughters to be my inspiration. I would like to thank Tim, who's been such a great partner, and all our students at Ultimate Sambo for making me a better person and a better teacher. Also, I'd like to thank my parents for supporting me in my athletics and all my life beginnings, and my alma mater, Sambo 70, my trainers, Sergey Vorotягin and David Rudman.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Давай, до конца.
Руку встречай, бери отворот. Ну, пряменько, пряменько стой. Захват возьми правой. Правой, опа, открывай руку. Открывай руку.
That's right, that's what you do.
Уходи оттуда. Уходи, Саня.
I'm sorry.
Руки, руки, руки.
From the Ultimate School, also in New Jersey, he is the Russian Sambo champion, is the 175-pound category. Władysław Kulika. Give him a nice hand, ladies and gentlemen. Ultimate School, Sambo champion. Now to the ring for your final Let's get it on! Come on, Vlad. It's your fight, Vlad.
You can get the video from your friend's fight from that guy that was filming on camera, right? Some guy was filming the whole thing like this guy. Yeah, that guy.
I was shooting right into the light, man. I think I got some good shots.
Oh, we got a hold there. Okay, 144 into the first round. A lockout tap out. The Ultimate Jib. Ultimate Sambo Jim. Basketball.
Like to have advanced middleweights. Advanced middleweights like to
Come on, Vlad. Come on, Vlad. Don't.
ring number
That's it. That's it. That's it.
advanced middleweight
That's it.
number one.
Do it.
Get on.
Good, Vlad. Got his arm. Do you have his arm? Good. 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 That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, excuse me, guys. No, these guys. Come on, Vlad.
There you go.
I can't see.
There you go.
That's it. Think it.
And a silver medal 2002 Sambo Pan Am Games. His opponent, Nick Golsinini, in the red corner. A Phil Pan and judo has been studying for over 20 years. This marks his first Sambo competition and he dedicates this
Come on, Vlad. Attaboy. There's no pinpoints in this stuff. No. Come on, Vlad. Going for a choke, you ain't gonna get it now. Strong, I got you. Yeah, Vlad.
Yeah, Vlad!
Go sweep us. Armbar, armbar. Oh, go. Lock it up! Lock it up! Lock it up. Come on, Vlad! Get out, Vlad! He's got it. Yeah! That was cool,
Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Way to go. Yeah, Vlad.